Your transformation has people buzzing. People are talking about how you've changed so drastically, and I'm going to get into it. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by on the Mindset Elevator. Guys, on the Mindset Elevator, I like to keep things real. I like to keep things pushing. I like to keep things straight to the point, gritty, uncut and raw, if that's what they want to say. So, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy day to come out here, to come on here and to watch the videos and the streams. And I'm so thankful for you guys here who are new. Thank you so much for stopping by for the first time. I hope you guys like what you see, and I appreciate you guys. And for those who have been here for quite some time, I'm always happy to see you guys come back. I see a lot of, and I recognize a lot of your faces too, so I appreciate that. So let's stay up and let's get into this video, right? Understand that you're not the same person that you used to be, right? You're not the same person, and you're not in the same place that you used to be. You have elevated so drastically. It seems like you're brand new. You understand what I mean? Like, you are looking brand new because of the transformation that you have embarked on. You probably felt something stirring within you, something telling you that it's time to change. It's time to turn things around. It's time to get up and to make big things happen. But maybe the life you were living at the time, it wasn't ideal, or the situation that you were in wasn't favorable to you. It wasn't helping you in any way. It was keeping you stagnant, perhaps. It was keeping you back, right? Keeping you feeling stalled and sluggish, and you felt that it was time to make a change. But perhaps the changes that you embarked on are so crazily different from how you used to be, or how you used to move, or what you used to do, that it has people kind of like buzzing and talking about it. It's very, very noticeable, the changes that you have made, the leaps and bounds you have made. Like, wow. And I want to say, of course, congratulations, right? To each and every single one of you who feel like resonate with this video, who have done the work consistently to get to where you're at now. We got to give you guys a round of applause. You guys deserve all the blessings. You deserve to celebrate. It doesn't matter which day of the week it is, just celebrate how far you've come. Even if you celebrate by yourself, or even with a small few, celebrate it, because you deserve it. You deserve to enjoy how far you've come and the fruits of your labor, right? But your transformation has been jarring, right? And you're going to see people around you, maybe in your family, right? This is a big one, family, thinking that you're one way and you're always going to be one way because you came from the bloodline, or they've been knowing you for years and years and years, your whole life possibly, right? So it's kind of like family will look at you and be startled by the changes that you have enacted here in your life, how drastically you have changed. You're not the same person. You're not little Joey, little Sally, how they used to remember you. And maybe as you were growing up, you were still being regarded as somebody who was quite juvenile and infantile. And you know what I mean? Like, just somebody who did not seem like they had everything lined up, or someone who seemed like they were confused or didn't know who they were. It may have been like that for you, but your family's realizing now that you have changed, you have elevated, so much so that it has them talking. It has them wondering, like, what was it? When did this change come about? Because a lot of the times the change is so drastic that it seems like it happened overnight, or it seemed like you cut out certain habits cold turkey. And maybe you did. Even for me, I can honestly say that it just came to one day in 2022 where I was like, you know what? I don't like the way my life is going. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way certain things in my life have happened or have transpired. I don't like certain people that I'm around. I don't like certain situations that I'm a part of. I don't like the jobs I've been searching for, or you know what I mean? It's kind of like everything came crumbling down. The house, the tower that I was trying to build, this in my mind, thinking that anything would be good for me, or anything would help me, or I could just do anything. It's like, no, you got a purpose and you got to fulfill that. And in 2022, my line of thinking, my train of thinking completely changed, and I dropped habits cold turkey. I dropped people cold turkey. And it might seem cold. You might appear cold and callous to people because when you change, when you transform, you had to stop certain habits, being around certain people, frequenting certain places that you used to go around so often. It's like you had to stop all of these things because it was impeding your transformation. And your family members, your friends, your associates may have realized that you have turned over a new leaf, like drastically, to the point where people feel uncomfortable sometimes even being around you or being associated with you because they don't know who they're associated to anymore. You've changed that much. Your transformation has people buzzing, people talking about it. You're going to, of course, have people, and I've dealt with this, people who will try to bring up your past or bring up how you used to be, how you used to move, things you used to do, hoping that people think that you're that person still, right? But it's going to be fruitless. You have transformed into a brand new individual. I mean, you're still you. You still have your spirit. You still are kind and sweet and loving and humble, still a hard worker, still resourceful, still courageous, brave, still resilient. You're standing 10 toes down, but your transformation, though, is one of a kind, right? Your transformation is something that it's kind of like it took all of your innate traits, all of your innate qualities and way of being, and said, you know what? This transformation with all your awesome qualities that you already have right now, shift the trajectory of your life. That's what had to happen. And that is what probably happened to a lot of you here, that you may have been in dire straits. You may have been in trying situations, but you didn't let these situations get to you. You still remained the good person that you were, but perhaps the life you were living was not ideal. A lot of us have lived lives like that. It's just not ideal. It's not what you pictured. It's not bringing you anything. It's just making you feel stagnant. So you transformed. You probably once again had this feeling inside of you, this inkling, this strong thought that you need to change. In every way you need to change, or in whatever way it mattered to your life, you had to change. Dropping bad people, dropping bad habits, moving away from bad places, moving out of the parents' home, or moving away from your family, going abroad, right? Quitting that job or a career change, or perhaps going back to school to get more education in a field that you feel more called to. It's like that, where you had to change the trajectory of your life, because that is what was going to give you that peace and that feeling of fulfillment, that happiness, that actual real potent joy that you probably were longing for, And I'll leave you guys with this. For me, happiness and peace is everything. And how I was living years ago, right? It was not bringing me happiness. It was not bringing me abundance. I didn't feel like I knew who I was. I knew what I wanted and I knew what I liked. I did know that to a certain degree, but I felt like I was just being pulled in all random directions because I thought I could do this, I could do that. Hey, I could do that. I'm versatile. I can do that. I could do anything. The bottom line is, just because you could do anything doesn't mean you should. You understand? You got to do what feels right. You got to do what feels, what you feel compelled to do. You got to do what you love to do, right? And for years, I was not doing what I love to do. I was doing what I felt was a life filler, something that I could just do for a while and it'll keep me up for a bit, with no real solid stability, no real long-term goals, right? It's kind of like living for the now. Just take care for this week, take care for this month, fly through whatever, do something. Maybe something will work, maybe something will stick. It's not the best way to live, but that's how I was living though, right? And it just came to the point where I felt like I needed a scrub. My life needed to be scrubbed. You understand what I mean? Like my life needed to be brought back, renewed, really. My life had to be renewed. I had to stop doing certain things. I was hurting myself by indulging in certain habits and being around certain people and just doing certain things that were not helping me. And I knew that it wasn't. You understand? It's not like I didn't know or I was oblivious. I tried to convince myself that, oh, you're trying, or, for now. But it always led me back to the same spot. The same spot was a spot called misery, a spot called stagnation, a spot called sadness, right? Where at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the year, you still feel like you didn't do what you wanted to do. You don't feel like you really elevated. But now you have transformed. You have changed. You have done the work. You have done everything that you had to do to be in this glorious position that you are in right now. And that's why I had to say, congratulations. You got people talking now about how you've changed, and people are not going to like some people are going to love the changes in you, but some people are going to be disturbed and annoyed by the changes to the point where they're going to talk crazy about you and make it seem like you didn't actually change. You're just kind of pretending, or that you're trying to show off, or you think you're better than everybody else because you switched a few regimens in your life. But it's always deeper than that. We know how deep the transformation really is. We know how personal it is to us. So don't let anybody make you feel bad about being a transformed individual. You still have the same heart, have the same grit, have the same love for humanity, but you're different now. You know, that's the main premise here. You're different, and it's being noticed, and your transformation is guiding you down to all the avenues that you always knew you wanted to go to. You always knew that it was meant for you, but you had to transform, you had to change, and you did that. So congratulations, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay up, everybody. Stay positive, okay? I know life can be crazy sometimes, and people, you know, life is not always easy. It's not peaches and cream. It's not a fairy tale, you know? But if you mitigate life by doing the best that you can, have love for yourself, have that deep, deep love for yourself and humanity, and do what you want to do and live life to the fullest, I'm telling you, you can have the most peaceful life that you envision for yourself. You can actually see the beauty in every single day, even if not a lot is coming from every single day. You can still appreciate every single day because you're still here. And you know, with you can make anything happen. So you still have to have that positive mentality as you traverse life, right? As you continue on your odyssey. So thank you guys for being here, for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel and showing love. And I hope all of you guys are feeling awesome. Take care, everybody. Stay up, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.